this is your full moon in Leo Oracle moon reading. This is going to be working with our Moonology and Queen of the Moon Oracle decks. I am doing these in a live stream format this time around. Usually I do these one by one individually, but I am super busy this month, so I decided this is going to be a lot easier. The readings will be a little bit shorter than my usual moon readings, but I really wanted to get these done because I know it's something I love doing, and I know that my watchers also enjoy. So on that note, guys, this is going to be all about our full moon in Leo, which is coming up on the 28th in just 2 days, and it's going to get into a lot of the energies that we're going to expect around this full moon, what's coming in, what's going out, past, present, future kind of energy. So if you happen to be a Leo, this is your special big full moon. I'm going to start these readings out with the sign of Leo, so we're just going to go in order from that. So we're going to go, start with Leo and go Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, and onward till we finish all of them up. So this is my favorite, my moonlight. I always bring this guy out whenever we do our full moon readings. I'll pop him back on once we hit into it a little deeper. Hey there, Jacqueline. Hey there, Laura Z. This was not planned. I just decided to go ahead and do this because I could already see that my week was getting busy and I just wasn't going to have time to sit down and do the pre-recorded separate readings and upload them and everything. So in order to get all of my full moon readings done, I'm just going to do them in this style. We're just going to work with the Moonology and Queen of the Moon Oracle decks instead of getting, deeper with the tarot. But I love these messages. I love these two decks. They're some of my favorites. And I believe that these are going to give us some good messages. So for anybody that's brand new to the channel, if you haven't been here before, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight or watching this after we've done the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. So, if you haven't yet done so, I do always invite you to reach out there, hit that subscribe button, and join the Dragon family. We always have a great time on our live streams. And if you have not yet done so as well, hit that like button, give it that dragon claw up, and let me know you enjoy the content as well. So I think that's really about it. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, as always, my information, you can text me, you can email me, and I will give you all the details of how to book a reading. If you're interested in any of the card decks that I use, likewise, I will post those, but we are using the Moonology deck today, the Queen of the Moon deck, and I will be also using our Magickal Spellcard Oracle to give each sign a special ritual or focus that they can meditate on for this particular full moon in Leo. Now, I will talk a little bit about the full moon in Leo. Full moons are always a peak of strong, strong energy. They are. So, as we go through our moon cycles, if you're a Cancer, you'll really get a lot out of these moon cycles, but I am a big fan of the moon and the full moon cycles. So when we hit the full moon, that means we're coming to the end of a 2-week cycle of the moon in its waxing phase, which means it's gradually building up and getting bigger and bigger each night till we get that full moon. After the full moon, we go into the waning cycle of 2 weeks, which means the moon is getting smaller, smaller, smaller. And so during the time of the waxing moon, it's time to build things, it's productive, it's forward motion, and it kind of gets the let out. Personally, of course, I love the waxing moon because it always feels more energetic and more efficient, right? And then when we have our waning moon cycle, that's more about turning things loose, cleansing, clearing, detoxing, release. And so my feeling about that full moon is that it always brings up those strong, strong themes of whatever sign it's in that month. And so when it's in the sign of Leo, our full moon is going to bring to the surface elements of our confidence, our ego, our creative self-expression, our pride, whether it's a healthy pride or not, our sense of drama and the performance, because Leo is he is the theater darling. Yes, Leo is all about the theater, all about the performing arts. Leo is a very heart-focused sign. Leo rules the heart in the body. So, to me, this is when the heart comes up very strongly to the surface. You may feel or sense, yourself or other people speaking very passionately about their feelings. It may not be the most eloquent, but it's definitely from the heart, sometimes in very simplistic terms. So don't be afraid to express yourself during this full moon in Leo. Creativity comes up very strongly. Like I said, Leo's about the performing arts, and it can be any art. It doesn't have to be, you know, the typical like acting, music, dance kind of thing. Julia Child was a famous Leo, and she expressed herself through cooking, right? So it can be so many different ways that we get that creative self-expression out. And what I feel is that, you know, whenever we have our full moons, it is true. It is true. People always say that hospital admissions go up, emotions go up, more things come up to the surface. Yes, Jacqueline in the chat is saying jazz hands. That's right. It's very true. That's Leo there. You know, Leo brings the color, the fire, the passion, the heart, you know, and even if they're scared, even if they're nervous inside, they still go out and put on a good show. It's, you know, the show must go on with Leo. So Leo rules the 5th house of, you know, the astrology chart. And so, of course, that house in all of our charts has to do with all those elements, you know, drama, the heart, the passions. Leo also is a big fan of pets. They love their pets. They love their animal friends. Leo is definitely tied into the joy of children and animals. They're very, very connected to that. So it's very frequent to see a Leo that just, you know, really loves their kids, really loves their animal friends, really, you know, has a big heart for that. They also are champions of causes. Now, Leo's full moon, of course, bounces up against the sun in Aquarius. So whatever the full moon is for that month, that's where the sun is. So next month when the sun is in Pisces, that means that the full moon will be in its opposite sign of Virgo, right? The little balance. So that's, you know, the real energy of Aquarius and Leo, and why they have similarities is because both Aquarius and Leo often champion causes. They champion the underdog. They're very, very interested and focused on helping strengthen people that cannot strengthen themselves and bringing that power to everyone. Whereas Leo sees themselves more as like the king or the queen that's going to come in and rescue someone. Aquarius is more about, you know, returning the power to everybody so that everyone is empowered. So it's a little bit of a different dynamic, but both have a very similar you know, heart, a very similar, you know, mission. That's it, you know, is to really empower and help and embolden other people. So on that note, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm very excited to get these going. I usually don't do my full moons as lives, but I knew that I was just going to be super busy coming up. And I knew that I was like, if I want to get my full moon readings, because I almost was like, I guess I can't do them. But I'm like, no, I'll do them. I'll just do them as a live stream. And the readings will be a little bit shorter than my usual, you know, separate videos that I usually upload for this. I'll probably be back to my regular schedule next month. But in order to get like February monthlies out and everything, it's like because the full moons have started to come really close to the beginning of the next month, and it's like I don't have time to do 24 readings. I just don't. I don't have the energy. Hey there, Colin. Thanks for coming by. I'm sorry you're having a rough night. It's been a tough week. It's been very busy. That's why I'm doing this instead of uploading 12 separate videos. I just literally don't have the time or the energy, guys. So thank you for bearing with me. I really appreciate it. So let's go ahead. I'm going to start out with, we're just going to clear the space by burning some sage and some sweetgrass. And we're just going to cleanse and clarify, set our intentions for this beautiful full moon that is coming up. I think I'll be able to see it. I think we're having a lot of rain and clouds here where I am this week, but I think by the time the full moon is around, I think that the skies will be clearing again. So let's go ahead and get this going. Let's just go ahead and clear and cleanse. I need it. I need it. I need to shake that stress out because it has been a stressful week, guys. Already it's been stressful. Just very busy. Very busy. And a lot on my plate. Just a lot on my plate. Yep. It's been intense. Work's been tough because it's just been very slow. It's been very slow. Well, on my eBay store, it's been slow. Reading stuff hasn't been slow. That's been busy. All right, guys. And then I'm going to use a couple of our tuners. I have the sun and the moon. And thank you so much, Jacqueline, for being here. I always appreciate your energy and your influence and your moderation skills. I thank you so much for that. I didn't know who would be on tonight because I was just like, well, it's not planned. I'm just going to jump into it because I want to get my moon readings done. Light of love, good to see you in the chat, babe. So this is the sun and the moon, and I think this is a great combo because Leo is ruled by the sun and the moon is in Leo. So it's a very perfect combo to do the sun and the moon fork. This is the moon. And here's the sun. It feels so good. Anybody that's considering getting tuning forks, I highly recommend. It feels so good to use. I'm also gonna I'm gonna use these forks to just clear up my cards too and charge those up. And while I'm doing that, I will check my chat. Hey, Francisco, good to see you. I see Gwen, I see Krista. I see Light of Love. I'm so glad she was able to make it tonight. I actually woke up today, I was like, I miss talking to Jacqueline because we talk a lot. And she's been so busy though that it's like I haven't gotten to talk to her very much lately. I was like, I miss my Scorpion. When you have a Scorpio, you want to talk to him, you know. Like, look under the rock. Hey, Scorpion, what you doing under there? What you doing, Scorpion? They're in there going, thinking deep thoughts, goat. Thinking deep thoughts. Aww. Y'all are funny. All right, guys, let's go ahead. I'm going to start with Leo. And in my separate readings, I always turn on my moonlight for the for the sign that it is. So Leo, happy full moon to all of my Leo folks out there. This is your special full moon. This is yours of the year, your full moon of the year. So happy full moon to you. That's going to highlight your first house. So this really is something that's near and dear to you. It is illuminating your, house of identity, who you are, what you're about. We're going to do past, present, future layouts on these. So this is really going to show you what was coming in from the last full moon. That was our full moon in Cancer. What's showing up right now, presently, what you got to focus on for this current full moon, and what is coming up over this next 28 to 30 days. So this is going to be some interesting stuff. We're using Moonology Oracle and also the Queen of the Moon Oracle. So dear angels, guides, ancestors, let's see what we have for our full moon in Leo for our Leos. Let's see what's coming up for them. Thank you so much for all of your help and influence. Wow. Nice. All right, Leo. So past position. This Cancer full moon that we experienced was very, very strong. Oh my goodness. A personal issue reaches resolution with the full moon in Cancer. So for a lot of my Leos, I would say this last 30-day cycle, definitely dealt with the elements of the full moon in Cancer. This was a very powerful last full moon cycle for you. And, you know, of course, that was the last full moon of 2020. So very, very strong coming through. Something really reaching a resolution, coming to a head, having to be dealt with. So let's clarify that with the Queen of the Moon here. Yes, and realization, check that out. So Leo, this last 28 days, this was definitely about stepping through some kind of portal, some kind of, you know, the door here is shaped like a keyhole, right? So it's really about, it's like, and you are the key, stepping through that and opening the door to a new reality. So I feel like something, you know, very strongly came to the surface, was very strongly realized. Your subconscious really came to the forefront. And it really might have been like something changing in the home, something changing with family, because those are the subjects of Cancer, you know, the family, the home life, where you're living, how you're living, who you're living with, the connections to your family, all those dynamics coming up. So I feel like in some way you have stepped away from something old and moved into something new here, Leo, with this last full moon cycle. Current full moon of the Leo full moon, check this out. Full moon in Taurus, your dreams need a practical plan. So Leo, your own full moon in Leo is bringing this up to the surface with this full moon Taurus energy. So this is all about manifestation, materialization. Taurus rules our resources and our money and our value systems. So it's like, Leo, if you've got a dream, and I think that that's very, very strong. It reminds me a little bit, remember, if you haven't seen it, the Tangled movie with Rapunzel, and they go into the tavern and there's all like the tough guys, and she's like, they're like, look like they're about to beat them up, and she's like, haven't you ever had a dream? And the guy's like, I've had a dream once. That's how I feel about this. That soul scene comes to my mind, Leo. This is like, you've got a dream. You've had a dream. And this is saying that it's time to formulate some plans to start bringing those into practical manifestation. So, Leo, it's time to bring that about. This is beautiful. And look at that, we have the snow moon coming up here. And our snow moon is the moon of February. So to me, this is not only saying, Leo, this process is starting now with your full moon in Leo, but it's going to continue even deeper into next month with the full moon in Virgo. And I would also say, because this is the snow moon, the purity moon, it's like a detox and a cleanse, right? It's letting some things go. And so to me, Leo, this may mean that you literally need to detox something from your life, from your old, you know, from the past. Could be something about, you know, the family unit, because I'm getting a lot of feeling here that this last 30-day cycle or so has really brought up some family stuff. And it almost might be saying to you, oh my goodness, my family always told me I couldn't do this, or I could never make it, or I couldn't achieve that dream. And I'm got to cleanse that attitude. I've got to cleanse that energy. We've got the 3 on this card and the 30 on. And 3s to me are all about creativity, building something, growing something. So I feel, Leo, you're really getting ready to grow something strong. And look what's coming up in the next 30 days. How this full moon in Leo is going to play out for you over this coming month is luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. This is a fellow fire sign energy. So shoot for the stars, Leo. And I believe that in 2 more weeks, when we hit that next new moon, you're really going to feel that one, because that is a new moon energy. That means momentum is coming. You're gaining in progress. This is nice. And gratitude comes through. Look at that. So Leo, you are such a loving, heart-ruled sign. And it's really time to maybe express gratitude, stay in literally the attitude of gratitude, right? Because the more that you're thankful for all the little things each day, the more that this luck opens up, the more that the doors, you know, start opening for you. And this is a powerful time. Y'all are very, very charged up, especially in the area of your personal relationships, because they're so much Aquarius going on in that universal house for Leo right now. So let's get one of our spell cards on this as your personal ritual and theme, what to stay focused on for this full moon and what you're going to be focusing on throughout this next 28 to 38 days. Ooh, Leo! I'm saying fertility is coming up, and we have another 3 in there. Okay, so let all take root, seed, and sprout. Let new life be all about. So, Leo, I don't necessarily think all of you are going to be like having kids, because a lot of people see fertility and they're like, oh, I'm having kids. But what I feel is that, you know, the connection between this and the Taurus energy that you're bringing in for your full moon are very strongly connected, because Taurus is earthy. It's about having fertile ground, planting things that actually grow and take root and come to fruition. So Leo, that is your ritual this month. That's really nice. I like this. All right, so let's get this cleared away. We're getting to our next reading. Yeah, we're starting with Leo, and we're gonna go in order since it's the Leo full moon. So next up is gonna be Virgo. Oh, Virgo. Wow. So Virgo, I'm going to tell you right off the bat that this Leo full moon is going to be probably one of the more sensitive full moons of your year, one of the more psychic and intuitive full moons, because it is hitting your universal 12th house. That means it's the Pisces house, and you are going to be feeling this one on a very sensitive, very you know, intuitive level. It makes you more psychic. It makes you more aware. Pay attention to your dreams, Virgo, you know, especially on and around the state of the full moon on this 28th of January, and also, of course, into the next 28 to 30 days. But I would say that this full moon brings up a lot of intuitive messages, a lot of downloads from spirit. So just be aware of that, Virgo, that that's coming in. Oh my goodness, these are flipping out on me, so I'm going to go ahead and pull these. Let's get some cards for Virgo spirit. I think you're already on the wavelength, bringing some energy in for them around this beautiful full moon in Leo for 2021. Let's see what we've got. Nice. These are strong. These are strong. Look at this. So the last cycle moving out, the full moon that was in Cancer, this is going to be about the last, you know, 28, 30 days, the passing month. It was bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. So Virgo, this was a time that was very important for you to be bringing in love, more compassion, more kindness for yourself and others. And also because it's Aquarian energy, it's also just accepting who you truly are and not being afraid to simply be yourself. Look at that. I love that this is a new moon card, and we have a new moon of beginning sitting on this. Oh my goodness. And you know the other beautiful thing about this, that Cancer full moon would have been transiting your universal Aquarius house, Virgo. So I feel that there was a huge new beginning over this last 30-day cycle where you started to really accept yourself stronger, to love yourself more, to be more accepting of others as well, you know, and just really have that beautiful connection to the mass consciousness. Personal freedom, personal liberation, and personal growth. Definitely this last month has been a time of beautiful new beginnings. Right in the center, what you're experiencing with this Leo full moon energy is the cardinal moon. Be bold and make the first move. So you are definitely coming into some kind of leadership energy, you know, taking the initiative, being the person that starts the energy and takes the reins. You may not feel that right away, Virgo, because like I said, this will be a very sensitive moon, but I think it's going to reveal some things to you about yourself, because Leo is all about being bold, taking action, showing who we truly are, making a good presentation. And in that 12th house, that's really getting into our deeper spiritual workings. So I think that Spirit's going to be revealing something to you about your own identity, about yourself, and how you creatively express yourself to other people, and helping you to not be nervous going forward, to help you to be bold, to help you to stand up and be like, yeah, I know what I want, and I'm going to make the first move. I'm going to ask for what I need, etc. So, you know, this is also cardinal moon energy on this card. So if you happen to have some Cancer, Aries, Capricorn, or Libra in your chart, or you're working with someone that's one of those signs, that could be even stronger for you. Look at this. Have faith, Virgo. Have faith. The worm moon is coming up here. And that is our first full moon of the springtime. So to me, as we get into the proper, you know, time of year, when we step into the sun, whatever now, whatever you start making moves toward in this month here ahead, Virgo, it's going to start really showing up or paying off, I think, as we step into the cardinal energy of the beginning of spring and Aries season. And that's going to be like closer to the end of March, right after we finish our season in Pisces. So in the next upcoming future over this month, like I said, check this out. We have the North Node, which is where your destiny leads you. That part of your astrological chart is where the world is taking you, where the universe is guiding you over your entire lifetime. So step out of your comfort zone, do things in different ways. Even if the goal is basically the same, try different approaches, try different tactics. This is a beautiful, gorgeous spread for you here, Virgo. This is all about being yourself, taking the lead, stepping out of the, you know, the old beaten path and trying new things, having that really electric, inventive energy. I love this. This feels so good to me because I do feel like y'all are heading onward and upward with this. Absolutely. And I told you, look at this. When you step out of your comfort zone, look what happens. Power. The full moon card itself coming up. One of the most powerful cards in this deck is showing up. It is the power card, Virgo. That's where it is. Go out on those limbs. Take those risks. I know that you're a fellow earth sign, just like my Capricorn, you know. But, and I know we don't always like to take risks or do things that we feel might not be, you know, tried and tested, but this is really calling for it. It's saying, you know, take the chance, take the leap of faith, step into your power. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's get a spell card on this for your theme and ritual of the month. Look at this. I'm saying trust, Virgo. Trust, trust, trust. I am safe. I am secure. In love I trust. My faith endures. Oh my gosh. Virgo, I don't know what it is, but I'm feeling so much goodness from this reading. You had faith in the middle right here, and now we have trust. Faith and trust is so much what it's about. And y'all, I just also wanted to, I just saw this out of the corner of my eye. If you are interested in this deck, or if you want the ritual, because this is one of the most interactive and awesome card decks I've ever had. And so it has a little ritual, like a spell that you can do that comes with each card. So if you're interested in getting that, just text me a quick note. I can take a picture of it. No problem, send it over. Or you can just go buy the deck somewhere. Amazon, eBay, wherever, you know, that's one of my favorites. I recommend it. It's really, really awesome. And I'm not getting paid by them to say that. I know, I feel like claiming that Virgo reading myself, even though I'm not really a Virgo. That was just a good one. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good read. All right, so let's get into our next sign here in order. We're going into Libra next. I hope my Libras are doing awesome. This is going to be an easier full moon for you, Libra. The last one that you had to do, a little bit more tricky, a a little bit more challenging because that was squaring your sign with that Cancer full moon, but the Leo full moon is up next. And so Libra, this is going to be really giving you some very, very nice vibes. This is going to be highlighting your 11th house of Aquarius. So I do feel that it will be easier for you to connect and integrate with the mass consciousness and your higher ascended mind. So let's get into it, Libra. Let's see what you have in the Moonology and the Queen of the Moon Oracle decks. Please show us Libra spirit, past, present, and future around this full moon in Leo for 2021. Look at this. Oh, I love it. My goodness. All right, so this last cycle, check it out. Confidence is your key to success. So Libra, this last full moon cycle, around the last 28 to 30 days, new moon in Leo, it was, you know, it might have been a challenge. I don't doubt it. It may have been a very, very strong challenge to keep your chin up, to keep yourself, you know, confident and really, you know, push through, to really push through, to be confident and not to let difficulties or challenges get you down. So this is definitely something you've been working through, working with, how to build self-esteem, how to build confidence, how to build an attitude of optimism. Yes, and clarified by the beaver moon of creation. That is really all about building things because, you know, this is actually the full moon of November. So November may have been a very strong month for you last month, that really triggered this need to be working on that. And so, you know, this is a building energy. Absolutely. It's really building those fortifications and those interior, you know, structures that you need to function well and to feel strong about yourself. Right in the center, coming up around this full moon in Leo, we have the new moon in Scorpio working through your fears. So Libra, I feel like this is a beautiful time, very powerful time to come face to face with whatever's been getting you down, whatever has been a little bit heavy or difficult or challenging. Don't be afraid to dig deep below the surface, get into the inner psyche. Scorpio rules your universal second house, so this is working through some things that could be very foundational, very formative, really, really altering and transforming your personal value structure as well. Let's get into a clarifier here. And yes, using your discernment because, oh, I love this. So Libra, look at that card coming out for you. This feels very Libra to me, very balanced. It feels like the scales should be hanging from either end, right? It really does. So using discernment, I would say Libra, if you're doing any kind of like counseling work, therapy work, psychological work, because those are all the realms of the Scorpion, I would say be discerning about who you open up with, who you reveal, you know, your deeper secrets or your private thoughts to. Not everybody is worthy of knowing all of that, and not everybody is worth your time and energy because you may be feeling a little spread thin. Over this next cycle, what we have to do as well, because I do think you're going to be doing a lot of inner work, is take time to breathe out with this disseminating moon. So Libra, definitely give yourself plenty of rest, plenty of time to release, to, you know, let go of anything that's been heavy for you. That's what I really do feel. So take time to breathe out, Libra. You know, you're very much a sign of balance. So if you end up working very hard, if you end up doing quite a lot, give yourself equal and, you know, adequate time to relax and recover from all of that, because I feel like you're going to be doing a bit of emotional heavy lifting. I do feel that with this read. Yes, and look at that, coming back to the beginnings. I love that, Libra. So take time to breathe out. And here we have the dark moon, the void. This is when that moment where the moon is completely obscured and it is time to begin anew. this is like the blank slate. This is really cleaning, you know, things away and clearing things away so that you can start a brand new cycle. I really feel this is almost like I get this, it's like a house cleaning feeling, like you're dusting out, you know, all the old stuff, all the old junk is going away, and it's time to bring through a completely new beginning for you over this next 30 days. So let's get you a spell card ritual on this, Libra. Oh, I love it. Yes, victory. I do think you will be successful, Libra, with whatever you work on. I shall celebrate and I shall rise. I will let victory make me wise. Yeah. So I do think that you're going to get through this just fine. But it's really, it's almost like this last push. That's what I feel. It's just like getting through this last bit of junk. And I think that if you talk to the right people, you know, make good choices for yourself that are just for you. Don't worry about everyone else. Worry only about you this cycle, Libra. This is going to really turn out well. I love it. All right, guys. Hey there, Silver Star. Thanks for joining us tonight, Alex Loves. You are a brand new person. I haven't seen you in our lives before, but thanks for being here. We always appreciate it. Always love to have new folks join us in our little madness here that we do. And yeah, Silver Star, if you didn't do the ritual last month, can you still do it? Sure, of course. Yeah, you can totally do it. Totally do it, Gwen. Whenever I feel that, whenever the timing is right. You know, I put these out for a specific kind of space of time. But honestly, you know, it can be timeless, right? Because I do feel that if you're intuitively led to something at a certain time, it's probably the right time for it. Yeah, I don't second guess. I don't second guess the intuition. If it feels right, tap on into it. Yes. There's no right or wrongs here. There's no right or wrongs about this kind of stuff. All right, my beautiful Scorpios. Yay! So happy to have Jacqueline with us, our Scorpio out there moderating our chat. Yes. So Scorpio, this is going to be all about this Leo full moon for you. Leo full moon is one of the more challenging positions for you, Scorpio. Absolutely, because that's going to be hitting that universal 10th house for you. It is a square, and so I would absolutely say, Scorpio, you may be feeling a very, very strong amount of maybe stress, pressure, challenge, friction around your work life. That's going to be the biggest place that comes up, as well as any of those higher motivations, ambitions, and career energies. So that's what this is illuminating for you, is that Capricorn area, that Capricorn sector. And if you are a Scorpio rising, that's where it's going to be for you personally. So let's get into it, Scorpio. Dear angels, guides, guardians, please show us what this full moon in Leo of 2021 is bringing through for our Scorpios out there, please. Past, present, future around these lunar cycles. Yeah. All right, Scorpio. So this last 28, 30-day cycle, your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon, that doesn't surprise me at all. I definitely feel that there has been some pressure, some challenge, and you've been sitting there going, is this really what I want? Can I really get through this? Can I actually make this work out? This is definitely coming through. And I think that, you know, that was almost like a precursor to this full moon in Leo for you, because you're sitting there going, this relationship, this job, this home situation, you know, it's just all those things about, you know, commitments and what you're dedicated to and whether or not you want to continue doing it or not. Let's see what we've got clarifying that. Gratitude. Oh, Scorpio. So, gosh, remember to just be grateful for the little things. And I think that that probably came through for you quite a bit over this last month cycle, is it's like at the end of the day, it's like, okay, all these other things might be really challenging me, but I really want to focus on what's good and, you know, what's being given to me, what I'm giving to others, etc. at the end of the day. So right in the center, right here for our current energy, this is the present card for the Leo full moon. We have adjustments are required with this third quarter moon. So Scorpio, I definitely feel that it's like you may not be wanting to throw the commitment or, you know, the dedication out entirely about this area, you know, this area of your life. But you got to adjust it. Something about it needs to be tweaked a little bit or, you know, finagled a little bit. So let's see what's clarifying that. What kind of adjustments are we talking about here, you Scorpio? Yes, new beginnings. Oh my goodness, the Scorpio. It's like I do. It's like you're doing the transformation dance. You really are, because you're like, yeah, I need a new start. I need something that allows me to either go to the next level or leave some part of what I was doing behind. Yeah, it's really important for you. So these adjustments are necessary because you really you need to feel like you're going onward and upward to the next level. That's really what this feels like. This is the new moon card, so it really is. And you may be bringing in even more understanding about what adjustments need to be made in the next 2 weeks for this new moon cycle starts, right? In 2 weeks, the new moon comes again, and it's like, aha, I know what I need to adjust. I know what I need to change. Going into our immediate future, this 30-day cycle coming up, this is what it's all about, Scorpio, is our Pisces full moon energy, balancing spirituality with practicality, right? So it's a little bit like, you know, the same energy as that your dreams need the practical plan. But I do feel it's like, Scorpio, you're a very, very spiritual sign. You are. You're very spiritual, very psychological, you know, very, very deep emotionally. And so there's that need to balance that part of yourself with the practical, earthy, manifest life, right? When you put those two things in balance, you really get a lot of wisdom from it. Beautiful. So let's clarify that one as well. And I love that card for you, Scorpio. You are all about pleasure too. Ha ha. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So to me, when you do bring these two things into balance, you do feel a greater sense of pleasure, of release, of relaxation, things just feeling a lot better. And this is the waning gibbous. So to me, this is like after that next full moon cycle, it's like, oh yeah, it's like, let it go, let it go. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's get a spell card for you, Scorpio. Let's see what your ritual theme is for this full moon in Leo. Organization, Scorpio. I'm telling you, there is something about that purpose, planning, efficiency now come to me so easily. And I do. I mean, you've got your commitments being tested, adjustments are required, the new moon coming through, a balance of your spirit and your manifest life. So it is time to organize a few things, Scorpio, and say, you know what? Time to simplify, time to clarify, time to think about, you know, what I can logically and physically handle, right? I feel that a lot, but I really do think that you're going to get through this. And I do think that it's going to be a really nice feeling after that. And of course, look at the little butterflies we have around this card. I mean, there's your transformation symbol right there. So I think it's going to be fine, but it's, you got to tweak it a little, Scorpio. You got to tweak it a little. Gotta adjust, and it's probably going to be something around, you know, work, career, higher ambitions, wherever it is you're heading up that Capricorn mountain. Yes, I feel it. I feel it. All right. All right, let's get all this cleared away. I'm going to get into twerk it. You said, nah, well, if you want to. Scorpios do know how to work that stinger. They're really good. They're really good at that. You can tweak it and twerk it, Scorpio. However works best for you. Just, you know, as we always say, take it as it resonates. Use your intuition. All right, Sagittarius, we've got you up next in the house. I hope my Sagittarians are doing awesome. Y'all are great. Let's see what we've got for Sagittarius for this Leo full moon. This is going to be a good full moon for you, Saggy, because Leo is a fellow fire sign, and it is lighting up your universal 9th house. Very, very nice energy, right? So let's see what we have got. Let's see what we've got. It's lighting up your own house, your own 9th universal house. So I love that. Let's see, Saggy, dear angels, dear ancestors, dear guardians. Let's see what we have for this beautiful full moon in Leo of 2021 for our Sagittarius folks out there. Let's see what is coming up for them, past, present, future, around these lunar cycles. Ooh, yeah, Leo. Ooh, a lot of fire. I knew there'd be some fire in here for you, Sagittarius. Oh my goodness. So last 28, 30-day cycle, we've had don't let your pride get in the way, full moon in Leo. So you've really had to be balancing on those energies of healthy self-pride, healthy self-esteem and confidence versus, you know, negative ego reactions, right? And that can be a fine line to walk sometimes. But Sagittarius overall, I would say that this last 28 to 30 day cycle is really getting you ready for this full moon in Leo, right? Because this is bringing up your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations, the seeking of your personal truth and what it means for you, and also how you express that outward. That's what this full moon is really bringing up to the surface. So let's go ahead and start clarifying these. Yeah, wolf moon, hunger. And I would say this last month cycle, Sagittarius, you might have really been doing some, you know, kind of inner work, or you may have felt very lonesome in some ways because, you know, that wolf moon, that's getting into our cold time of the year here, right? And so this is really, you know, almost like crying out to the heavens, crying out to spirit to please show me who I am, show me what I'm here for, show me what I'm meant to express or meant to do. What's my life mission? What's my purpose? That's very strong energy coming up around this last 30 days. So right in the center, very interesting. This is the same card that Scorpio had in the exact same position for this Leo full moon. So if you're a Sagittarius with some Scorpio in your chart, this may really ring strong for you. Adjustments are required yet again, third quarter moon. So Sagittarius, there is some adjusting, there is some reworking, there is some kind of adjustment that's going to have to be made. Let's see what it is about. And it's all about the way you manifest. Oh my goodness. Harvest moon, fruition. Look at that. So this is really adjustments being made into how you manifest your dreams, how you bring things to fruition and completion, how you get ready for that harvest, Sagittarius. This to me is really on, it's all about really creating a plan. And maybe in the past you haven't had such solid plans for manifestation and bringing things to completion, and this is saying you need to adjust that a little bit, Sag, to get the best out of whatever it is you're working on. Take that as it resonates to your personal situation. So going into this immediate future, the next 28, 30 days after the full moon, check it out. More fire energy coming through, fiery climax approaches with this full moon in Aries. So to me, that's a energy of new beginnings. It really is. Aries is all about fresh energy. Springtime could be a really big deal for you as well, because that is our Aries season. but I do feel like this isn't an energy that's just going to stagnate forever. I think you are going to figure out what you've got to adjust, what you need to tweak, and then it will be like full steam ahead, right? It's really going to start moving very, very quickly because Aries moves quick. It does. And it's all about action. Ooh, very, very nice. So Sagittarius, I would say there's some strong Aries, a strong divine masculine energy coming through for you over this next 30-day cycle. We have the lunar god. You know, so to me, this is the masculine sign of the feminine energy of the moon coming through. So very, very nice. I think that you are really embracing like your fiery, bold, divine masculine side. You're taking action. You're moving forward. Once you've got a plan, nothing's going to be able to hold you back with this Leo full moon. This is a positive one for you, Sag. I know it is. It's going to wake some things up. It's going to wake you up. So let's get a ritual. Let's get a spell card theme for you. Yes, look at this. We've got the card of health here for you. Mother Earth sweet, Mother Earth bright, bring to me your health and your might. I love that we've got like this very feminine, you know, incantation, invocation of the Mother Earth. And then we also have that masculine lunar god. So I really feel like this is a beautiful balance for you, Sag. But it's definitely a month ahead of big activity, making some bold moves. Yeah, you gotta make those adjustments on how you manifest things, but once you've done that, you are ready to go. You are ready to go. All right. And onward. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. I love that deck too. Silver Star, totally. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they're awesome. They're so awesome. It's so interactive. That's what I love about that. I love it when the cards are more than just that. Like they give you something to do. They give you something to do. So Capricorn, yay, you are up next. Let's see what we have for Capricorns coming through. Capricorn, this may be a bit of an intense full moon for you, and I'm just going to say that because it is going to be highlighting your universal 8th house of Scorpio. So to me, Capricorn, the Leo energy always activates something deep, something hidden, something that maybe needs to be healed. If you feel like you've been really lacking in self-confidence or self-worth, which is definitely some of the elements of Leo, or if you've been really struggling to express yourself creatively or emotionally, that will activate and it's going to feel very strong for you. It's going to feel very powerful because it is going to rock that Scorpion area of your chart. And it's going to definitely bring some things to light. You will have epiphanies, secrets will be revealed, all kinds of goodies. So let's see what we get into with your oracle. So dear angels, spirits, guardians, ancestors, let's see what we have for Capricorn for our beautiful full moon in Leo 2021. Please show us what you have for them, past, present, future, from lunar cycle to lunar cycle, please. Oh, I like this. Oh, Capricorn. So in the immediate past, oh my goodness, this last 28 to 30 days, and I'll tell you, hold your vision, the fixed moon. And the fixed moon, you know, funny enough, Leo is one of our fixed signs, but, you know, the fixed signs are Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. And so to me, Capricorn, this last 30-day cycle, it may have been kind of a struggle, right? For me, it was to really stick to what you were doing, to really not let go of things, to not give up on things. Oh, my word. So Capricorn, that is spirit telling you, you know, this last 30 days, you've been really working to hold that vision, to hold that intention. And it's definitely taken some strength. and some courage to do so. So let's go ahead and clarify that. What is this around? Yeah, oh boy, do I ever feel this one, y'all. There it is. The hunter moon, the element of abundance. Yeah, so Capricorn, you know, this has been all about holding your vision for what you literally want to manifest, your abundance, your prosperity, bringing things through. And I will say too, with this is that, you know, full moon of October. So, you know, October may be a time this year, later this year, where you really, really start to see a lot of things paying off, even if things have been really challenged lately. Yeah. So just don't give up. Don't give up. Hang in there. Capricorn, you know, adjust if you need to, just like we've said with a couple of our other signs, but mostly this is about holding your vision for how you're manifesting your personal abundance and prosperity. Right in the center for our current energy of a Leo full moon, look at this. You are good enough. Oh, full moon in Virgo. So Capricorn, what I really sense is that you may have been feeling like kind of down on yourself, critical of yourself, feeling like, why am I not good enough? Why doesn't anyone like me? Why don't people want to work with me? Why don't, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But this is really reminding you, and this is probably something that's coming up to be healed in a great big way with this Leo full moon for you, is that you are absolutely good enough. You do not need to be critical or harsh on yourself, and you just need to rest in that assurance that you are doing everything you can. And if people don't want to work with you or don't want to talk to you or just, you know, let them go. Let them go. That it's not a reflection of who you are or your worth. Wow. Let's clarify this one too. Ooh, Capricorn, check this out. This is another one of the most powerful cards of this particular deck, the Queen of the Moon herself, sovereignty. So Capricorn, I really get a little Virgo boost from both of these cards because it's like the woman, you know, the really strong feminine energy there of really being disciplined and, you know, organized and really having everything together. So to me, this is you just really seated in your power. And it to me is just a beautiful confirmation that you absolutely are good enough. You have worth, you have value. Don't let anybody put you down, and especially don't put yourself down. And I know that's easier said than done, but that is a big message that's coming through, and a big part of yourself that is being healed and worked on through this full moon in Leo. So on the next 30-day cycle out from that, don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. You're definitely learning the strong lessons of this Leo full moon over this next 28, 30-day lunar cycle. So Capricorn, don't fall into negative ego, negative pride. Instead, work to cultivate healthy pride, like healthy confidence, healthy self-esteem. There is a difference, and it can be hard. It can be a little bit of a fine line to walk sometimes, but that is very much what it's about. It's really being self-conscious, you know, conscious of your energy, and instead of being like, oh, big shot, oh, blah, blah, you know, it's just more like, have confidence that if you know you're doing good work, it's just know that you're doing good work, right? That's what it's about. So let's get a clear on top of this as well. Yes, and I think that that is, oh, that's beautiful. We've got our thunder moon. So look at that, the change energy. I feel this one so much. To me, this is a paradigm shift. I always feel a little bit of Aquarius energy when I see this change card because it has that thunder and lightning action going on. It's very revolutionary and very freeing. And so I do feel that, you know, you're being freed of a lot of things that have held you back from just feeling good about yourself, Capricorn. You know, just feeling worthy, just feeling like, you know what, I'm good enough no matter what I do or don't do. That's a big deal for the goat. It really is. Because a lot of times we Capricorns, we get into this thing where we only feel like we're as good as the work we do. And if our work is struggling or what we're doing is struggling, we take that as a direct self-reflection of like our own worth or value. So this is really saying you gotta change that. You gotta change that, Capricorns. Oh my goodness, we're getting called out here. We're getting called out here. Yes, we are. Let's get into a theme ritual card for you. Let's see what we have for your theme. That is something you can work on and get done just to give yourself a little boost. Aw, Capricorn. Aw, we got the romance card here, goats. So I think relationships are definitely in the mix here as well for some of us. Romance, it is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. So, the more loving that you are, not just with others, but with yourself too. To me, you know, like I take that as a strong, like, love of yourself. Buy yourself some freaking roses, Capricorn. Try not to eat them, goat, you know, crunch, crunch. But yeah, I mean, romance yourself as well as, you know, maybe your partner or intended partner. Capricorns can be really taciturn. We can. And it's like, even if we're feeling really mushy and squishy inside, a lot of times we don't always express it. And so this is really saying, Capricorn, you gotta express it. You gotta express it. Let people know. Let people know how you feel. Yes, Krista, thank you for that blessing, sweetheart. Aw, yay. Love it. Love this Capricorn stuff. Whoa, goats. Boy, that one spoke to me. I'll tell you, that spoke to me. That really did. That actually really lifted my spirits. I hear you, Silver Star. That sounds like such a Libra thing to do, putting roses in the bath. It is. Love is in the air. I can't wait, guys. Imbolc is coming. Imbolc is our Celtic seasonal celebration on February the 2nd, and that is our midwinter festival. We are getting closer and closer to spring. That's actually where the Groundhog Day, you know, celebration comes from, is Imbolc, spelled I-M-B-O-L-C, and I am excited for that. This is actually one of, like, aside from Halloween, from Samhain, that's like my favorite one. Oh, I love February 2nd. It's such an underappreciated day by the masses. They only think, oh, it's a groundhog. And I'm like, it's so much more than that. It's so much more than that. So I can't wait. I'm excited for Imbolc, yes. All right, so Aquarius. We are in the house with our Aquarians. Happy birthday to all my big Aquarius folks out there. I am so excited that we are in your season. I love the season of Aquarius, so I hope you are having an awesome one. Let's get into what's coming up with you. And there's Ms. Mindful. She pops up right. She's an Aquarius. As soon as I start reading for her sign, she's like, hi! Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for joining us in the chat. Oh my goodness, she's incredible. Right on time. She's got like an internal clock. She's like, boom, it's time for me. I just know it. She has the ESP hookup, I swear. She just knows when I'm gonna be reading for her sign. She's like, it's time to get in there. All right, my goodness, very, very cool. All right. Oh yeah, me too, Transformation Queen. My dad was an Aquarius, February 9th. Yep. All right, let's see what we've got. Now this Leo full moon Aquarius, this is going to be big for your relationship stuff. Big time, because this is going to be highlighting your universal relationship house. Yes, it's going to be hitting that Libra house. And so for y'all, that is very strong. And also if you are an Aquarius rising like me, that is actually where it's going to be in my personal chart. The Leo full moon will be in my relationship house because I am an Aquarius rising. So let's go ahead and see what this is going to be bringing up for you, Aquarius. Dear angels, guardians, guides, ancestors, please show us what you have for Aquarius for this beautiful full moon in Leo 2021. Show us whatever you've got coming up for them, past, present, future, throughout these lunar cycles ahead. Thank you so much. Look at that. Whoa. Okay, Aquarius, check this out. This last 28 to 30 day cycle, a new start is coming with this new moon. So I think this last, 30 days you've been very focused on new energies, clearing away the old, making way for the new. You've really had a sense that something is coming up, something's coming to be rebirthed. Very, very powerful card. I love that. Love new moon energy in general. So yeah, this last 30 days, Aquarius, this has been all about how can I cleanse it out? How can I set the stage? How can I clean the slate, get it ready to write a new story, a new chapter? Love it. Snow moon, purity moon. My goodness. So Aquarius, you have been doing a clean sweep this last month cycle. Unbelievable. And this is your own full moon as well. That is our February full moon. So this to me is really strong. This is so strong. Like you've been detoxing, cleansing, purging, maybe cleaning house, literally and personally. You might be cleaning out things from your home, cleaning things out from your physical body, changing your diet, changing your habits, whatever it is. Like if you know that a certain food or something makes you allergic or it makes you kind of sick when you eat it, but it's not like real bad, but you're going, you know what, I'm just not going to do that one anymore. All right. In the center, strong energy here as we sit into the present energy. This is our current energy here with the full moon in Leo for you. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. So Aquarius, this is all about you taking the initiative, going after what you want. Our cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So, if you have some of those signs in your chart or you're working with people that are those signs, this is even stronger. But to me, this is really about not backing down. It's like you've cleansed so much out of your system and out of your world this last 30 days that this full moon in Leo is like, I'm going to go get what I want. And it has a lot to do with your personal relationships. If somebody hasn't been giving you the time of day and you just want to know what's up with them, you're just going to be like, hey, what's your problem with me? Tell me. I'd rather you just know. And it's also this feeling of like, if you really want to talk to someone, you're going to go talk to them. You're not going to wait around for them to call you. You're going to be the one that's like, no, let's do this thing. And this, of course, isn't just about your romantic relationships. It hits that relationship house, but that Libra house is all about all of our relationships, whether it's coworkers, family, friends, love interest, it's all of it. So like, and that cardinal energy to me is very like, let's get some work done. So Aquarius, this could also be a very strong month ahead and a very strong full moon for making those great like business associations and partnerships start to come into being. Yes, patience is necessary. Oh, yes, but you're working on it. You're working on it. Look at that patience. There is that green corn moon. That is the moon, full moon around, August, September. For different cultures, it's different, but it is around that kind of late summer, early autumn. And I would say that whatever it is that you start initiating through this full moon cycle right now, it starts to really come full circle around that time of the year. Interestingly enough, when the sun is in Leo, or around that time of Leo, right? So interesting energy. And it's really, I love her carrying that, red balloon, because it's like, there's the hope, there's the faith. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to make my way down the cycle. I'm going to get where I'm going. So, just hang in there. But I really feel like there's a lot of things that get initiated, And over this next 28, 38 day cycle in the immediate future, we have it's time to take action with the new moon in Aries. Yeah. So when the new moon in Aries hits, you may feel extra charged up. That, when our Aries cycle starts, when the beginning of spring, getting in towards the end of March, this is going to really like superpower you. But it's definitely, this is not a passive time at all, Aquarius. This is time to reach out. It's time to make the move. It's time to take initiative. It's not time to sit back and do nothing. Yeah, even if the motion is steady, even if it takes a little patience, this is definitely not a month to sit around and do nothing. This is like, let's get going, let's get going, let's get going. Yeah. So let's see what we have clarifying that new moon in Aries. Love it. I love it. Look at this. And it's going forward with wisdom here. So it's like, it's not just like total spontaneous impulse, flying off the handle stuff, which is the more negative vibration of Aries. Right? It's really about the positives of Aries, which is taking action and initiative and being bold going forward. And we've got that waning gibbous with the wisdom card coming through. So to me, this is a little bit like a Capricorn energy, because Capricorn's all about wisdom. So it's like the very young, very energetic kind of style here. And then this very like wise, patient. It's beautiful. It's like you really have this nice combination of, you know, wisdom, patience, but also action and taking initiative. I love this. I love that balance. I love that balance, Aquarius. And whatever you do, you know, whatever you do going forward, especially over this next month ahead, just really balance it and say, you know what, I want to just jump and go for it. Is this a wise idea? If it is, just do it. Don't let it sit you down for too long. This is definitely a time going forward of some action and movement. So let's get into your theme card. Let's get a ritual spell card on this for you to give you something to focus on. Look at that. Oh, Aquarius, harmony is your card. So this is all about harmonization. As I create, I will share harmony divine with love and care. So you're really looking to bring about reconciliation, balance, peace, fairness, smoothing over the troubled waters. Wow. Aquarius, awesome reading for this full moon. I think those polarities are always really strong. They always are when it's in our polarity sign. Like last month for me, it was Cancer for Capricorn, yeah. We really feel those. For me, it's a little bit of a polarity because like I said, if you're an Aquarius rising, you're going to have this in your universal, not your universal, but your personal 7th house. So definitely. I mean, I'm feeling that one. I'm feeling that one big. Wow. Okay. You're welcome, Ms. Mindful. Thank you. I'm glad that hit home for you. Yeah. All the parts of you. Absolutely. Baby shark, do. Here comes Pisces. Oh, Pisces, we love you out there. Hope you all are doing awesome. Oh my goodness. So Pisces, this Leo full moon is coming up. That is going to be highlighting your universal 6th house of Virgo. So this is definitely a full moon to me of health, healing, good habits, good routines, letting go of anything that isn't good for you. There's a little bit of detox energy going around with that. Taking good care of yourself and really seeing your worth. That's a very important part of this, especially as part of an organization, an organized team. Sorry, I can't barely talk right now. My brain's moving faster than my mouth. That's what happens a lot. All right, so Pisces, let's see what we've got coming up for you in the cards. Dear angels, ancestors, spirit guides. Let's see what we have for Pisces for our Leo full moon of 2021. Please show us what's coming through for them, past, present, future, in the lunar cycles. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think this last month, Pisces, there was a lot of, you know, needing to slow things down, a lot of relative inactivity, because we have this Void of Course Moon card for this last 30-day cycle, the passing month. Nothing will come of this situation. So you may have felt like, you know, almost like treading water, almost like, you know, gosh, I keep trying to get something done, but it just, you know, keeps, it's like 2 steps ahead, 2 steps back. That's the feeling. Void of Course Moon energy sometimes really feels like a little Mercury retrograde. So you may have felt like you had to do a lot of back and forth, and you may have felt like this last month or so has just been really difficult to get things done. So let's see what this has been around. Let's clarify this. It's almost like a timeout energy. And a lot of that is because this has really been sort of, you know, giving you that time out to work on self-love, self-care, self-appreciation. Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, Pisces, if you've needed time to just really, you know, take care of you, that's why everything else just wasn't working. If other things like with work and relationships and etc. were just kind of like, oh, it's never moving, it's so slow, that's because the universe is really trying to get you to work on you and just love on you for that time of the year. So getting into the current energy of the Leo full moon itself, currently we have bring love into the situation. So new moon in Aquarius, more love energy. And to me, this is about loving who you truly are, because Aquarius energy is all about the authentic self, the authentic soul, and also bringing more love for the mass consciousness, for the collective into it, and allowing people to love you back, allowing people to care for you and appreciate you back. And it's really saying that, you know, it's like if they don't love you for who you truly are, then, you know, maybe they're not for your best, because this is really about identifying the things that help you feel stronger and loving who you are. So let's clarify this current energy. Look at that. Oh, I feel this one. Okay, so Pisces, to me, this is one of the most powerful cards in this Queen of the Moon deck, is the full moon card of power. And considering that this is, you know, the cards that are signifying this full moon, that just doubles up the strength of it. So to me, what I feel is that you should definitely stand in your power, stand in your strength, embrace who you truly are, and the right people will appreciate that. The right people will understand what makes you special, unique. You don't have to change yourself for anybody to be accepted or to fit in. And Pisces, I know that that can be a real challenge for you, because you want to please people, you want to help people, you want to love people. And so many times you'll try to adjust yourself to suit them, but you shouldn't. You should truly be yourself, and then the right people will be attracted to your absolute authentic voice. That is really strong coming through here. All right, so look into the future. We've got step out of your comfort zone. North Node. The North Node is the position in your astrology chart that's showing you where the universe is currently leading you, what kind of lifetime you're meant to embody and embrace on this lifetime. And so many times it's something that you haven't tried before or done before, or you may feel kind of like, that's not what I'm used to doing. That's not the way I've always done it. But this is telling you, Pisces, if you've been down on yourself, it's time to be up on yourself. If you haven't loved yourself and who you truly are, it's time to change that paradigm, right? It's like opposite time. Opposite time. Step out of that old paradigm, especially if it's one that's not been making you happy. So let's get into a clarifier for this. And this is really what's being worked on over this next 28 to 30 day cycle. That's what's coming through. Yes, balance, 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 harmony, fairness. Look at that. There's a little Libra energy with this. Waning gibbous. So it's like, you know, to me, this is a letting go. It's a little bit of a letting go for sure. And I always feel a little Libra with this card, because it looks like that balancing, looks like the scales. And I like that it's an older lady, because it really shows that wisdom, right? The wisdom, the experience, the understanding of the years. So Pisces, step out of that comfort zone, because you might feel like that's taking you out of balance, but it's really bringing you into balance. Wild, huh? Yeah. You might feel like, that's not the way I've always done it. That's going to throw me off. But actually, it throws you right back to where you should be. It gets you right back on your track that you need to be on. So let's get you a ritual spell card. Let's see what your theme is to focus on for this month ahead. I'm telling you, and that full moon is hitting that Virgo house. It is a house of health. And so health is very, very important to you. Mother Earth sweet, Mother Earth bright, bring to me your health and might. So you may be very strongly connecting to the energy of Mother Earth, to that grounding center, really getting in touch with that so that you can feel stable, that you can feel solid, and making those good new changes. If you are changing some things around your health routines, and that's not just your physical body, Pisces, that's our mental health, our spiritual health, our emotional health. All of that is wrapped up in there as well. What a beautiful reading. That's great. Love yourself, Pisces. Love who you truly are. Love who you truly are, darlings. That is what this one's about. Oh, good to see Denise in the chat. Saw her popping up. Yeah. Silver Star, Krista, Light of Love, yep. All my folks in the house. All right, Aries, we're getting to you now. Yes, Aries is normally our first sign, but this time we went from Leo in order. So Aries is up next. Let's see what we have for you. Aries, this is a good full moon for you. This is going to highlight that Leo house. It's the full moon in Leo. So I feel like this is really a good boost for Aries. It's strong, it's dynamic, it's powerful. It's a trine energy to your sign. So I feel that this is a full moon that's going to increase a loving energy, a creative energy. Let's see what we've got for you coming up for these lunar cycles. Dear angels, ancestors, guardians, let's see what we have for Aries, please, for this beautiful full moon in Leo 2021. Please show us what you've got coming up for them, past, present, and future, around these lunar cycles. Thank you so much. Ooh, very pretty. These are nice. All right, so the energy of what's passing away here, Aries, this is the last 30-day cycle since we had the last full moon in Cancer. And so this has brought in meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces energy. So I would say, like, over this last month cycle, Aries, you might have really been taking some downtime, really time for rest, time for meditation, time for reflection, really working on your inner being, inner soul kind of energy. So a lot of my Aries folks, absolutely, y'all have been needing some downtime. You've needed a little bit of that Pisces where maybe you're getting some extra naps, taking time to dream and daydream, right? Let's see what we have got coming up to clarify this. Yeah, but it's been good for you. It's been really good for you with this flower moon of blossoming. That's the full moon of May, so that's a very Taurus energy. I really feel like letting yourself have time to just sort of drift and dream and not push yourself too hard has really brought you into a much more stabilizing, grounding kind of energy with this blossoming card. Going into the current energy with what's the full moon of Leo is bringing through for you. This is the full moon of Gemini. So the answers you seek are coming, Aries. You've probably been, maybe you were hitting your head against the brick wall for a while, and that's why this last cycle of, the month, You've been kind of like, you know what, I'm just going to relax. If things aren't coming quickly or easily, I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to go with the flow. And so now, as the full moon in Leo comes up, it's like saying, now the timing is better. Now the energy is right for the answers to come through, for the intellectual debates or conversations that you've been waiting to have coming up to the surface. But you really did need that time of relaxation, Aries, for this to come about. So let's see what these answers are around. Let's see what this is bringing through. And look at this. I love this. Ooh, so nice. And this is a waxing crescent, the growth card of movement, of greater grounding and rooting. And so my feeling here, Aries, is that the energy, the answers, the communication that you've needed, the information you've been seeking, it comes through and it helps you so much on your active growth. Look what we have. Past energy blossoming, both of them very rooted, very earthy. I'm seeing the connection here big time, where you've really been working a lot to get more stable, to get more grounded. I know a lot of folks that are Aries and also Aries moon or risings, and I can absolutely attest, I can see that happening in them. Absolutely. I can see that, just like they are grounding, they're growing, they're getting, I mean, and I always with this, like she's holding that little pocket watch, that symbol of time. And I feel like my Aries folks, y'all are way more patient now than you have ever been. I really do feel that. Like Aries, a lot of y'all, you know, it's that energy, like you still have that action, you still have that spontaneous impulse, fire, you know, impatience sometimes, but there, yeah, a lot of my Aries, you're just, you have grown so much in your patience, your wisdom, your grounding, your stability. It's beautiful to watch it, that balance of like wisdom and action and you know, working together. So in the next 30-day cycle, what this is bringing through, you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. So to me, this is really getting into some of that nice, nurturing, stabilizing energy. This is really feeling good. This feels so, so nice and nesty. And I feel like that's kind of what you've been working on here, Aries, is really kind of creating this center of security, stability, nurturing, groundedness. Like it's not enough for you anymore to just, you know, moment to moment. And there's nothing wrong with staying in the moment. I think that's actually better than worrying all the time about the future. But you are kind of getting into that nest egg sort of energy there, Aries. You really are. You're getting nesty on me. And you are. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, so Cancer, new moon, this next 30-day cycle. There's the Beaver moon of creation. That's our November full moon. But this is all about building. So Aries, you may be really, some of you might be thinking about, you know, a new home, a new place to live, you know, working on a home, working on some kind of foundation that really serves you and your loved one's purpose. Wow. Wow. Some strong grounding energy. A lot of like Cancer, Taurus feeling to me around this, like really getting stable. Yeah. Just wanting peace, just wanting that balance, that feeling of being grounded, rooted into the earth very, very nicely. So let's get a ritual theme for you here. Yeah. Oh, look at this. The trust card coming out here, Aries. I am safe. I am secure. In love, I trust. My faith endures. And look at the message that was on this for the next 30 days. You and your loved ones are safe. And this is another message of security, safety, being, you know, watched over, being protected. So what a nice reading. I mean, it's interesting. I always say, you know, Aries likes to shoot the rockets. You know, they like to have the rockets, you know, but it's those rockets go a lot further if you have a nice, stable foundation to launch them from. And so that's what I really feel that you're working on steadily these days. That's a big focus for you. Nice. Very nice. Alright, so we are up to Taurus. Taurus. Let's see what we've got for you with this Leo full moon. Taurus, this full moon will absolutely be, I think, one of the more challenging ones for you, because Leo is in a square to your sign, Taurus. So this is going to be highlighting your universal fourth house. You may feel a little more pressure, a little more friction around the time of this full moon. It definitely feels very focused on family, home, roots, origins. But let's see what the cards have to say about this for it as well. Let's see what's coming up for Taurus. Dear angels, beings of light, guardians, ancestors, show us what you have for Taurus around this Leo full moon of 2021. Show us past, present, future for the lunar cycles for them, please. Nice. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, so here in the last 30-day cycle from our last full moon in Cancer, we have the South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. The South Node is a position in your astrology chart that shows past lives, past incarnations, where you've come from in the past. And so this can be sometimes these stumbling blocks in our current life path, where we kind of feel like, oh, we really want to go to the next level, but there's this specific thing kind of holding us back. So this is really saying about, you know, that you should be growing past this. And over this last 30 days, you probably became very aware of it, very aware of the things that, you know, maybe, you know, even beyond your own cognizant understanding have sort of been ingrained in you, and they've been holding you back from really going to where you want to go. So let's clarify what that could be about. Aw, Taurus. So to me, this is really, waning gibbous. This could be about your own creative freedom, creative self-expression, feeling beautiful, feeling worthy, feeling like you have something to contribute. This is really intense. It is. It's a bit intense there, Taurus, because this really, to me, it's like whether you feel that's a feeling, right? You know, it's like feeling like we're at our best, feeling that we're presenting ourselves well. And so if that feels like it's been holding you back, it's something that you've been really working through and really managing. So going into the current energy of the Leo full moon, luck is on your side. We do have the new moon in Sagittarius energy, so I really like to see that coming out. That feels like new energy, new prospects, new adventures coming up on the horizon. So that's what this full moon in Leo may be activating. And like I said, this is a square to your sign. So it may feel like, I don't want a new adventure. I don't want to have to travel. I don't want to have to do any of that. But so that's why it might feel a little bit like a challenge, but this is actually a good thing, guys. This is actually a good thing, Taurus. I know sometimes you don't like to change quickly. I know that. I know that. But I think luck and optimism are on your side, especially when it comes to shooting arrows and trying to find the next thing that you want to work on or go towards. So let's see what's clarifying this. And it's got action around it. So Taurus, I think this is very blessed with the waxing gibbous. Oh my goodness, that's the phase right before the full moon, and that's where we are. We are right on the cusp because the full moon is just 2 days away. So I feel like this is going to be a definite time of action, movement. Sagittarius is definitely a sign of action and movement. So Taurus, even if you don't act on it right now, this is definitely a time to kind of be keeping your eyes open and looking around at what you could be working on next or what's coming up on the horizon very strongly. Going into this next 28-30 days, however, however, there is some gentle relaxation time up ahead, I think. A time for healing, the balsamic moon coming through. So there's that, and then, as that full moon relaxes and we, work through this next 28-day lunar cycle, it's like there's going to be a little time where it's like, okay, time to relax, time to heal, time to recover from some of these big breakthroughs that you're going to be making. So let's see what we've got clarifying that. Yes. Oh, yes. So nice. So Taurus, this next 28, 30-day cycle, we have a time for healing and purity with the snow moon. That's our full moon of February. So I do definitely feel that this will be a time for release, clarifying, detoxing, getting rid of anything that you need to, whether it's in the home, whether it's in, your physical body, your mind, your heart. Time for healing, recovery, and release, purification kind of energies. So let's get a ritual spell card theme for you, Taurus. Let's see what we've got for this full moon in Leo. Confidence. Check it out. Ooh, very nice, Taurus. That's some nice, like, fiery, warm energy coming up. So by earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light and burn higher. I really do feel like there was some issues around maybe your self-confidence or personal self-worth or value, over that last 30 days. So this is very important for you to regain your confidence, to rebuild that feeling that, yes, I can do it. Yes, I can go for it. And that's especially coming out around the current energy of this Leo full moon. I think that as that dissipates, you're going to be doing some release, some relaxation, some healing and recovery. But right around this full moon, it's very active. It's very warm. It's very fiery. It's going to light a little spark under your tail, Taurus. It's going to light a little spark in there. I'm telling you. I love Taurus. My Jupiter sign is in Taurus. So I really do enjoy that energy very, very much. It's a favorite. Yep. All right, guys. Hey, good to see Jason in the chat. Yay. Y'all are awesome. I agree, Light of Love Healer. We shouldn't stop healing. We should always be working on that. It's very important. It is, because there's so much. It's not just, our current life that we're feeling. It's the energies of past lifetimes and also, our ancestors and their energy. And I mean, it's like we're healing a lot of things. And whenever we do that, we're really ascending so much higher, not just for ourselves, but for them as well. It's like we're really taking everyone up. It's like, let's go to the next floor. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, thanks for that blessing, sweetheart. Thanks for joining us tonight. I appreciate that. All right, so Gemini, here we go. My little twin stars out there. This is a good one. This is a good full moon for you, Gemini. The Leo full moon is a sextile energy to your sign, so it definitely opens up doors of opportunity. Gemini, if you've had any struggles with self-expression or letting people know how you feel, I think that this is all going to come strongly to the surface with this Leo full moon, very, very much. Leo also does light up your universal third house, which is your Gemini house. So creative self-expression and communication are extremely highlighted. You might be experiencing some dramatic conversations too that have a lot of emotion in them and a lot of passion and so don't be surprised, Gemini, if you can be like, oh yeah, the craziest conversation or a big argument that day. Like, yeah, that's what happens sometimes with that Leo energy. But the good thing about it is it allows you to say what you truly feel from the heart. That's the best outcome from this. So dear angels, ancestors, guardians, let's see what we have, please, for Gemini for this beautiful Leo full moon of 2021. Please show us what's coming through for them, past, present, and future around these lunar cycles. Thank you so much. Wow, what a gorgeous layout here. So nice. So, in the immediate past, this is our last lunar cycle, last 28, 30 days from our Cancer full moon. We have the new romantic cycle begins. So, Gemini, this last 30 days or so, you may have reignited a relationship, may have started something entirely new, but relationships and harmonization between you and others very strongly on the agenda. So let's see a little bit of clarification on that, what that may have been around for you. Yes. Ooh, there could have been some real testing around that. We've got our resilience card coming up on top of that. So you may have really been working. This card reminds me very much of like the 10 of Wands in the tarot, very strongly, because it's that sort of feeling like you've been carrying this heavy burden, you've been toughing it out, and you know that that cycle is almost at an end. And it is that waning gibbous right before the beginning of the full moon. So you know, Gemini, if you've been going through a really challenged time in a relationship where it has been feeling more like a burden than something that's been enjoyable, I would say that this is probably coming to an end for a lot of you. And, you know, if it hasn't yet, keep going, keep working on it, because I do feel that you are about to get to that end of that cycle. Right in the center with our full moon in Leo, our present energy now is believe in the impossible. Full blue moon. I love it. This is the first time the blue moon has come out in any of these readings, and this is the 11th one we've done. So I think that's very, very special for you, Gemini. This is really saying expect the unexpected, believe in the miracles once in a blue moon, right? So we'll see. Something very magical could be coming through for you with this Leo full moon. Let's clarify this card and see what comes up around it. Yes, and it really is about your willpower. We've got the card of the will, the card of determination coming up here with this waxing gibbous. So I do feel that, you know, it's like you can really make these miracles happen. You can do quite a lot to bring about these amazing occurrences, coincidences that are never real coincidences, right? The synchronicities, by using your will, by using your determination, by determining that you're going to make this happen. You're putting your mind to it. Putting your mind to it, Gemini. I love the outcome card over this next 28, 30 days after the full moon subsides. We have nothing is yet set in stone, the mutable moon. And Gemini, you are a mutable sign. So I like this in your reading very, very much. I feel that that is very positive because that gives you a lot of wiggle room. It gives you the ability to reshape things the way that you would like them to go. You know, especially if you've had that feeling like there's no way I can work this out. There's no way that something better can come from this because it's already set. It's not set yet, Gemini. Things are still in flux. They're still in motion. Things are not completely you know, the big outcome isn't there. So you have actually a lot of wiggle room. You have a lot of room to grow, change, modify, however you need to. So that is a nice feeling. That to me is a freedom feeling. When that card comes up, I'm like, good, I can still get some things changed. I can still adjust. I can still, you know, reshape that piece of pottery or clay the way I wanted it to be. So, you know, because it hasn't yet gone into the fire. Very, very cool. So let's see what we've got on top of this. Gratitude. This is always a big card. Yes. Make sure that you're expressing gratitude and anything good coming through, you know, into your life this next 30-day cycle, Gemini. Just really appreciate it, really notice it, because that really helps more good things to come through for you. Always the way that is, always the way the energy of gratitude works. So let's get into our themes, our spiritual spell cards. Let's see what your ritual is, what your focus is this next 30 days. Study. Yes. Focus. That's beautiful. Let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. And I do feel that it's like I said, put your mind to it, Gemini. You have a powerful mind. You are a great sign of communication, thought, conversation, sharing information. So definitely use that mind, right? Here it is, your willpower, that studious mind. Focus on what you want to get done. That is great. That's a perfect reading for you. It is. It was awesome. Is everybody howling? We're all howling in the chat. Woo! True story. When I was a kid growing up, we had a Shetland sheepdog that didn't act like a Shetland sheepdog at all. Didn't look like one either. She was supposed to be a purebred dog, but she looked like she was half coyote. She truly did. And she would howl like no tomorrow. It didn't matter what was going on, whatever was on her mind, whatever got her up, upset, or she would howl like nuts. And it was just like, what is up with this dog? And so we had her, and we had another Shetland sheepdog, which was very, very typical of the breed. And anytime she was mad at the other dog, she'd walk over to us like, y'all, I gotta talk to you. And she'd sit there and she'd look at us and just go, oh! Like, we knew. She's like, this dog is not doing right. You've got to fix her. You got to do something with that. She would howl every time she was upset. If we were outside throwing a ball to both of them and the other dog caught the ball, she'd come over to us, our little howler. She was named Fancy, which was even funnier because she was not fancy at all. She was a scruffy looking, oh my goodness. And she'd come over, the other dog catch the ball, she didn't get it. She'd come over like, oh, this dog is not doing right. And of course they were both female dogs, so it was sort of like, get this bitch off my back. They were both lady dogs. It's like, this bitch. It's like, no, this bitch. I have so many funny dog stories about that dog. Fancy was not normal. She was a crazy dog. I still can't believe that my mom named her Fancy. Because I'm like, this dog is the complete opposite of Fancy. Everything that could be fancy, she's not it. But we never could figure out what her deal was with the howling, but she howled like a darn coyote little wolf. And it was funny because she would just give us this look like, I need to talk to you, and she'd just start howling. Like you know exactly what I mean with this howl. Don't act like you don't. You know what this means. I have 3 bunnies. I have 3 rabbits, Light of Love. I sometimes bring them on for Spirit Animal Sunday on my Sunday live streams. I have a very, very old rabbit who is almost 14 years old, named Petey. I can't believe he's still alive, but he is, and he eats great, and he's just not going anywhere. And then I have 2 Dutch bunnies. They're so sweet, and they're young. They're like both a year old. And my little old man, Petey, doesn't really want anything to do with the young bunnies. He's such a curmudgeon. But they're all loving. I love my rabbits. They are just... I could go on and on about bunnies and how, like, they're the best pet I've ever had. They really are. Like, they are just loving, sweet, cute, funny. They're vegetarian, so they definitely encourage me to eat really well. I always keep a lot of salad and greens and veggies in the house. So I love, yeah, they were born on Christmas. You got a good memory, Transformation Queen. Yeah, my 2 little Dutch bunnies, they're both little Capricorns. They were born on Christmas Day a year ago. Yeah, Fancy was a blast. We have funny, funny stories about that dog. She was not normal. Not normal at all. She was perfect for us because we weren't normal. She was a perfect part of the nut house. I'll never, oh man, she chased a Girl Scout down the street once that was trying to sell cookies. Oh, we were laughing. We're so wrong for that, but we were laughing. That dog, she slipped through the, she was very aggressive, which is also not like a Sheltie. Nah, like she would chase people down. She would try to attack them. It was like, oh, what is wrong with this dog? And so, yeah, this Girl Scout, she came up selling the cookies, and Fancy just nosed her way through the door, you know, and she started chasing this little scruffy Sheltie coyote thing, and the girl was screaming down the street. She was going back to her mom. We were just like, can't do nothing with this dog. She attacked our neighbor once too. It was nothing bad, but she like went after her. Oh my god. She also got kicked by a horse and didn't die. She was totally fine. Like, she ran after this horse once and thought she was going to take that horse down. And she got kicked. She flew up in the air and just came boom down on the ground. And we thought she was done, but no way. She just got the wind knocked out of her, and she woke up like a few minutes later, like, all right, let me at her. I was like, no, this dog is not right. Because we lived next to these people that had horses. They had, you know, a pasture next to our house across this creek, and they would get into our yard all the time. Like, the horses would always get into the yard, and that dog, she was probably like a darn, like, Aries. It was like those old cartoons with the chicken hawk, like, let me at him. It was like this puny little dog wanting to take on a horse. It's like, you can't. You can't. Like, she didn't know how big she was. She didn't know how big she was. She thought she was huge. She was this little thing. Fancy, oh, the stories about Fancy. Good memories, though. Like, funny memories. Really funny memories. Yeah, she was big in spirit. Actually, Colin, we're just chatting a minute, but I am getting ready to do Cancer. Cancer is our last sign of the night, so you are just in time. Check it out. All right, Cancer. Last month was your full moon of the month, so that was pretty awesome. We had that big Cancer full moon. Cancer full moon is beautiful, I will say. That is one of the prettiest full moons of the year, because that's where the moon is happiest. So yeah, this is going to be the Leo full moon that's coming up for this month, and that's just in the next 2 days here. So this is going to be highlighting your second house, universally, Cancer. That is the house of Taurus. That's all about your stability. It's about your money. It's about your value system and structure. So let's see what we have got coming up for you, Cancer, for this Leo full moon. And full moons are always, you know, especially important. The lunar cycles for Cancer are important because that is your ruling luminary. So Cancer, you are in tune with the moon. Very, very in tune with the moon. All right, dear angels, ancestors, spirit guardians, and guides. Let's see what we have for Cancer coming up for this Leo full moon, past, present, and future around these lunar cycles. Please show us Cancer. Very nice. Oh, a lot of my Cancers are going to like this reading. I know already. Okay, so this last cycle, this is the last 28 to 30 days. This was with the last cycle of your full moon. We have hold your vision, fixed moon. So this is that stubborn moon energy, right? So I would say that this is all about you know, holding your ground, not giving up, staying determined, staying dedicated, and persevering to get something done. And so that's what this last 30-day cycle has been very much about for you. So let's clarify that card. Let's see what you have been sticking to. What has been holding your vision, Cancer? What have you been so determined about? Nice. Having your balance. Having your balance, getting things in harmony so that things will not be so off center. Look at that. I like this Libra feeling energy. It almost feels like the two sides of the scale. So that's what I feel this has very much been about, is this last 30-day cycle. It's like I've really got to get my balance. I've got to harmonize my life. If I've been spending too much time on one thing, I need to start spending enough time on the other and giving it an equal give and take. I love the fact that there's an older lady on this, and to me that's all about wisdom, right? This is about experience and really using your experience and your wisdom and learning from your past situations to really create that. Yeah, that's beautiful. So going into the center, we also have some very strong Libra energy. This is for the current energy of the full moon in Leo. We have the new moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle beginning. So to me, this is all about either a new relationship starting, reconciliation of an old one, sparks returning to an old relationship. But again, a very strong balancing card, a very strong card of balance, fairness, harmonizing, and really kind of being on a new track with it, because it is the new moon energy of Libra. So let's see what we've got clarifying that for you, Cancer. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. So Libra, I almost called you Libra because of this, but Cancer, you're going through a new door. Look at this door shaped like a giant keyhole, and you walking through it really is the key of a realization, right? So it's realizing those good relationship dynamics. It's realizing the harmony between you and others. It's really kind of a manifesting energy. Very, very strongly. So I really do feel that you're going from one level of being to the next with this card, with this full moon in Leo. And the Leo energy is all about, speaking our truth from the heart, speaking our energy, speaking what we have inside. It's creative self-expression. It's very strong with Leo. And so if you haven't been saying what you wanted, I think you're going to start saying what you want. It's very strong there. And I know a lot of my Cancers out there in the chat are going to love seeing this card over the next 28, 30 days. Oh my goodness, this is what's coming through. The new moon in Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. And I know that that's a big deal for a lot of my Cancer folks, because they are really working hard. I know they have been. New moon in Capricorn can also say there's new ambitions, new goals, new things are starting to manifest. You're starting to feel like, oh, finally, after all this effort, something is finally starting to work. Something's finally starting to pay off. So it's a very nice energy indeed. Let's get a clarifier on this one. Also such an energy of determination. And look at this. Yeah. Wisdom, 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 wisdom. And Capricorn go together like a hand and a glove. That is for sure. So Cancer, what I really feel is that, your hard work is paying off, but you've also learned a lot throughout this cycle of working very hard, very steadily, very determined. You've really been sticking to it. You've really been persevering. And so I do feel that you're learning quite a lot through this cycle. You're definitely learning a lot through this cycle. Hasn't been easy. Hasn't been easy though, because Capricorn, it never makes it easy. It always makes us work very hard, very patient, very determined. Definitely puts us through the challenges and the trials to get us to that next level. But it's like realization, going to the next level, wisdom, going to the next level. Beautiful. So let's get a spell card on this. Let's get a ritual theme for you, Cancer, for this full moon. Ooh, nice. putting on the Ritz here with the glamour card here, Cancer. Into this mirror, I now see the realms of possibility. And I love the keyword of glamour around a Leo full moon, because Leo is all about the glamour, the show, putting on, putting on the stuff. And glamour is just about, putting on that, sometimes an illusion or a look that really gets you where you need to go, right? It's that sort of dress for success card, right? If you want to feel successful, if you want to feel good about yourself, you want to project an air of, authority or whatever it is, professionalism, that's a very strong energy coming through for you. So nice reading there, Cancer. Glad to see that hard work paying off card coming through for a lot of my fabulous crustaceans out there. All right, we got through them all. Yay! I'm so glad we did this. This was awesome. And now all my full moon readings are done. I will get these time stamped for everyone if you want to go back and look at any of these signs that we did tonight. Thank you all for joining us in this impromptu session. I had no idea how many people would or wouldn't show up, but thank you all so much. I appreciate your energy. Thank you, Bear. Thank you for the blessings, my friend. Thank you so much for everybody who donates their time, their energy, or their actual dragon coins. Oh my goodness. Oh, Denise, did you used to live in New Orleans? Really? Oh, that's so awesome. Thank you, Colin. Thanks for that extra. Always love that little extra boost. Appreciate it. I think Denise said she's from New Orleans or from Louisiana. It's funny because for my birthday, I cooked myself a shrimp etouffee, and I had never made one before. I was so nervous, but it came out so good. Oh, it was so good. I almost want to cook that again. It was delicious. Yes. Yeah, everybody's had some great timing. Ms. Mindful came in right on time for Aquarius. Colin came in right on time for Cancer. So people are like, I think you all are getting to know my timing or something. Or maybe we're just getting that like in tune with each other's, energy. All right, guys, I'll be seeing you all soon. And for sure, I'll be back on Friday night. Oh, yeah, there she is, Denise. Born and raised in Southwest Louisiana. Wow, that's awesome. I love the food from there. Oh my goodness. It's like some of my favorite. I love Cajun food. It's wonderful. It's like the best. Oh my goodness. Yes. So I will be seeing you Friday night for our Fire Dragon Friday love readings. That's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This week I will try to be working on February overall monthly readings, so we will see. I've got a lot to do, guys. I don't think I'm going to be able to get individual Venus and Aquarius love readings up this month, because the way that the planetary stuff has been going, it's like coming all together. So it's like beginning of the month, full moon, Venus changing signs, and it's like I just don't have time or energy to get that many done. So that's why I did these full moons as a live, so I could get them all done a little quicker so we could still have them. But I will be seeing you all again super soon, and I will be uploading things as soon as I get them done as well. So have a wonderful night. Thank you again, and I'll be seeing you down the dragon trail.